Now my painting is completely dry, background and floor, and it is time for me to move on to painting the figure. Before you do this, take a moment to remember what color is going to go there. Remember, it has to be the complementary color from whatever color you painted your background wall, sky area. So I was blue-green, and if I remember on my color wheel, which you all have your own, I find blue-green, I draw an imaginary line straight across to the opposite color, and it shows me what color I need to get. Now remember, if it is an intermediate color, you will get a cup like this. If it is a regular color, regular means primary or secondary, you'll go to the egg cartons and get one of those and bring the whole thing back and use the one you need. For this, you will just need one of the green paint brushes. You won't even need a paint mat. Take a moment, go get those things. I am ready to paint. I've got my paint, my brush, my paper. I know what color I need for my body, but you may be doing a different color than me. You need to use the directly across from method for whatever color it is that you have right here. Find it, draw a line across, and get the right color. You should not have the same color as me unless you have the same background as me. So think this out for yourself. Make sure you've got the right color. When you do, it is time for us to just start painting. This is going to be pretty simple. You will need to use the smaller green brush because now you have a tighter squeeze in your paint. You're going to paint this whole thing being very careful to stay inside the lines and leave no white remaining.
You really need to do your very best job of staying inside the lines of this figure. Use the tip of your brush and guide the paint around the edges. Make sure that you rotate your paper whenever you need to, spin it around and hold it however is comfortable so that you don't accidentally lay your hand in wet paint and smear it onto the background. Make sure you are spreading the blobs of paint out as you are painting. After this, we're going to be drying this, and we don't want any big blobs because they take forever to get dry.
I hope you noticed that now that you have two complementary colors beside each other, that person, that figure really pops out. That's the thing about complementary colors. They might not look good when you blend them together, but man, when they are side by side, they really make each other pop. There are only a few outlining steps and adding a few pattern steps that we have to do, but we can't do that until this figure is dry. Now at this point, you probably have time to go to the hairdryer and dry the paint on this figure. I hope that while you were painting, you spread your blobs of paint out as you were going so that right now you should not have any thick globs of paint anywhere on your figure. If you do, you might want to use your paintbrush real quick and just spread them out a little bit. They'll dry a lot faster. So when it's ready, head over to the hairdryer and get this thing dry.